What are we cooking tonight, Lorenzo?
Well, tonight we're going to be making some pan-fried tilapia and buttered steamed carrots. For the tilapia, we're going to need 7 or 8 tilapia fillets. They're small, so this will make between 3 and 4 servings. For the breading, we're going to need some all-purpose white flour, a little bit of paprika, or if you can't find paprika, any ground dried pepper will do. A little salt, a little pepper, and on top of the tilapia we're going to put some lemon juice and some capers. If you can't find capers, you can just forego them. Now, to wash off these carrots, you're just going to want to put them under running water and just rub them a little bit, get all the dirt off, then we're going to peel them. What we're going to do now is just grab a regular old chef's knife, cut off the end where the stalk came out, and if they're, broken off a little bit, cut that off too. So we're going to want to do that for every single carrot. Okay, now that we've cut the ends off the last carrot, what we're going to want to do is grab our colander that we were using, take a good old potato peeler, and with the longest strokes that you can, peel off all the skin from the carrots. So then you want to chop each carrot into about 1/2 inch long slices. So once you've got all your carrot pieces nice and chopped up, you're going to want to grab a pot, a little steamer. If you don't have a steamer, you can just put them in the pot with a little extra water and make them more, boiled. But if you do, use it. Just put that steamer right in there. Throw all of those carrots right in there. If you want to eat some too, it's okay. So then, you're just going to want to put a lid on that. You really, really want to make sure you have a good lid that has a nice seal, because the one thing you don't want to happen when you're steaming something is for all the water to boil away. Now, even though you've already prepared all the stuff you want to do for your cooked carrots, you don't want to start the heat on them just yet, because you want to first set up the breading for your fish. Now for that, we're going to just have some all-purpose flour. Put that onto a plate with some pretty straight sides. Just put enough so that you can put a few pieces of fish over it and have them all be coated. Depending on how much fish you're doing, you're going to put anywhere between 1 to 2 to 3 teaspoons of paprika, good amount of salt, and a couple of grinds of pepper. Take a fork, then what you want to do is start the carrots on anywhere between a medium and a medium-high heat. And the cool thing about carrots and most other hard vegetables is that it's really hard to overcook them. There's a large window of time between when they're cooked and when they're mush. Then you're going to take your pan, pretty big pan depending on how much fish you're doing, just enough so that it can all be cooking at one time. Put a nice drizzle of olive oil on it, and then put it on a medium-high heat. After that, you want to take your tilapia, Some nice tilapia. Take each fillet individually. If you get frozen tilapia, you might want to dry it off a little bit after it's thawed. Put it in one way, put it in the other. Maybe heap a little bit on, just so that it's all nice and coated with a really thin layer of this floury seasoned substance. And then just tap it and rub it all off so that you just have the smallest amount of flour possible. Just so you can't see any more fish, there's also not heaps of flour. Now what I'm going to do is each one that I get floured, I'm going to put it in the pan immediately as soon as the oil is hot. And you can tell the oil is hot by if it's shimmering a little bit and if there's a small amount of smoke coming off it. And with olive oil or other smelly oils, it'll give a nice aromatic smell of the oil. So I'm going to, as quickly as I can, do each one of these fillets. Well, it looks like we filled our pan with tilapia, but that's okay because one of these is almost ready to be flipped. Probably flip this one too. It was the second one we put in. This one's a little undercooked, but we can cook the other side a little more. We can probably flip this one too. These two are actually a little undercooked, but it's really okay. They won't be as crispy, but it won't hurt them at all. So this one looks like it's just about done. It's been cooking for several minutes now. So we're just going to put it right on that plate. If you start to run out of oil, it's really fine to add some. If ever the oil is so low that it starts burning or sticking to the pan, just add a few more tablespoons. Now we can put in the last of our tilapia. There's some room opened up in the pan. So, if you get a chance, you're going to want to check on the carrots. Just take a fork and stab one or two of them. Right now they're a bit hard, so you want to leave them in there for a while longer. If it looks like the water is boiling out or boiling too high, you might want to reduce the heat or pour a little less water in. And if it looks like there's no steam coming off, you want to maybe check or just put in a little more water. So, once you've transferred all your fish from your pan to your plate, you're just going to want to give a nice squeeze of lemon. And some capers. So, that's about done with the fish. Now the carrots, you're going to want to trim them off. Take your pot all the way over to the sink, nice and steamy. Very, very, very carefully lift out with a fork or any other metal tool the steamer tray. You want to be very careful because this is pretty hot. Then you want to take an oven mitt, grab that whole steamer tray, scrape all those carrots right into a bowl. Is that good, Mitty?
Oh, yes it is. Oh, I like it very much. And what you want to do is you want to go and take some butter. And then you want to take the butter and you want to cut a piece of the butter. Put it right onto your carrots. Stir it around a little bit. Take some salt.
And there you have it. Now that butter is going to slowly melt over all the carrots. You want to stir it a little bit. So there you have it. Some nice pan-fried tilapia with lemon and capers. and some steamed carrots with butter. Enjoy!
Oh, we will!